Hey, you! Yes, you watching this video! It's that time again! It's DanielKai's movie reviews!
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dan Kai and welcome to the first video on this channel. This is going to be a channel full of random skits and movie reviews, and thought I'd kick it off today with a Steve Carell movie called Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Now, this has a long list of characters and a long list of actors in it, and I don't know why it hasn't been promoted a lot in the UK, but I've barely seen any adverts on TV or any movie posters around at the cinema, which doesn't really give it justice because this is actually a really good film, especially with Steve Carell being the lead character in that, and we all know him from The 40-Year-Old Virgin and Bruce Almighty, for example. I think that's where he came into his own, really. So what's the synopsis, what's the story, what's the plot? Basically, there's an asteroid near an Earth and it's set to wipe out the entire human race. So what do you do in a time of crisis?
Eat popcorn, dance the Macarena, dress as a gorilla.
Why do I even have this? I know exactly what you do. Turn into an inflatable character. Definitely not doing that again. I don't know, I give up. What would you do, Steve? What would you do in a time of crisis? Of course you go out and find your college sweetheart, don't you?
Really? I would have just gone to a One Direction concert, but if you want to go and find your childhood sweetheart, then good luck.
Written and directed by Lorene Scafaria, who also wrote Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. It's comedy, drama, romance, sci-fi film, which is, you know, it's quite a lot of genres set. It's just a nice, refreshing twist to the overall Armageddon type of movies. It doesn't have really a depressing scene or a depressive feel throughout the movie, even though every single character in it knows the immediate death that they're about to face. We're gonna die! Ah! The director completely wrote the story, so it's made it nice and uplifting, and the comedy helps it follow through a lot. It stars Keira Knightley, who plays Steve Carell, who plays a character called Dodge, his neighbour. They basically go on a mission,
If you choose to accept it.
just a road trip to try and find Steve's long lost sweetheart.
I don't know how that resembles me being a super agent, but I mean, we haven't got much budget here right now. I can't come down like on a drop wire. I could, but I'm not insured for that type of thing.
Nah. It also stars Melanie, Lynskey, Gillian Jacobs, to name but a few, and for all of you American drama watchers, for the OC, it also stars Adam Brody, which is really nice to see him play a different character than the OC. Just a completely different character to Ryan Summer! So now, for me, this movie was a nice twist on your classic end-of-world films. At the beginning, you get one side of the spectrum where everyone's panicking and doing exactly what they want. Now this is probably where the drug references first come into play.
Don't take drugs, kids.
And stay in school. Which I didn't really think worked too well, but it didn't really stop the overall feel of the film. It didn't slow the comedy element down and think, oh, that's a bit close to the edge. I would have just taken it out a little bit more. It's also nice just to see how the characters interact with each other, and they know their immediate death, so it's just nice to see all the different characteristics of each person. There are a lot of comedy elements throughout the film that makes the whole movie engaging. It's not one of those films that you know exactly what's about to happen.
Predictable.
It's not one of those things that, oh yeah, he's got a gun, he's going to shoot that other person in the face. And I mean, there are that kind of gory details inside it. Like there's one part where this guy gets shot in the neck after he's just like been speaking, and you just don't see it coming anywhere. But it literally just, well, it comes out of nowhere. It's kind of like, BAM!
Ha! Wasn't expecting that, were ya? That's kind of how it cuts. Just comes out of nowhere.
The one thing I do say about this movie is the strange but somewhat justified pairing of Keira Knightley and Steve Carell. I mean, let's face it, we would never have put them two together as a leading pair unless DreamWorks were planning the 40-Year-Old Pirate of the Caribbean.
Really?
But having said that, they really gel well together. The on-screen chemistry between the two works really well. especially towards the end, which is really where the movie comes into its romantic feel. The last 5 minutes are amazing, and I know the lady audience and the women audience out there are going to really enjoy that part. It's just really nice how it's been wrote together, and that's definitely where I'd say it comes into the romantic film.
Beautiful, it really is. It's really beautiful.
The on-screen romance between Keira Knightley and Steve Carell is very believable, to be fair. Even though you wouldn't put them together, it's not very awkward and surprising, and it's nice to see also Keira Knightley changing up her accent and not really being a British character, because in this film she plays a British character.
Really? Predictable.
Yeah, to be fair, she hasn't changed her accent, and to be fair, the amount of times I've seen Keira Knightley play, now this is no diss on Keira Knightley because she is a fellow Brit and I do really like her as an actor, and everything that she's done, like Pirates of the Caribbean, have been massive, but I don't know, it would be nice to see her just play some other character. Is that asking too much, maybe? How long is this movie? That's usually one of the most important questions of watching a film.
You don't want to end up going to the cinema and then thinking, yeah, this is a good storyline, and at the beginning of the film you're like, oh, this is amazing, I'm so excited.
Halfway through the film you're like,
yeah, this is awesome. I reckon it's him who did it. He killed him.
No, it's obviously him, the one with the hat.
and then towards the film you're like, oh, please. I can't feel my bone. I don't care about the movie anymore, I just want to go home now. It's not one of those type of films, don't worry. The movie runtime is approximately 1 hour and 41 minutes, and the 1 minute is very important. It's very important. If you don't get the 1 minute, you don't get the whole synopsis of the film. But yeah, it's a perfect length for anyone who's got attention You can watch the film in comfort, especially in those seats at the cinema which aren't comfortable, unless you buy Premiere. Help the cinema industry by going Premiere, because you know, get big seats and everything. It's so comfy. For anyone with attention problems, you're not going to have a problem with this film. The story carries all the way along, you're not going to get bored, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. So in conclusion, what would I say about this film? Well, it's a nice, heartwarming, romantic, end-of-the-world kind of movie with a very strong cast and fantastic leading actors and actresses. So if you're feeling like you've got nothing to do, or if it's raining or snowing outside, depending whereabouts you live, and you think, you know what, I really fancy going and watch a really nice, kind of heartwarming, depressive, but at the same time heartwarming film, then I'd definitely go for this. On a scale, I would probably give it 4 out of 5 popcorns, which, to be fair, that's a lot of popcorn. To be fair, most of us only need 1 popcorn, but for a movie related feel rating, I'd give it 4 out of 5. So hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you've watched the film already, what did you think about it? Did you agree with what I said? Did you have a completely different review on it, or anything? Just literally below in the comments, just write exactly what you think. Or for those people who aren't afraid to get in front of a camera, why don't you record a video response to this and then just literally send it to me, and I'll make sure and below I'll put the video response links and stuff so everyone else can see what you think. To subscribe above, pressing the yellow button, or you can just press here, or following my vlogs as well. I do vlogs with my wife. You can click on my face. Just click on my face and you will go to the subscribe area. I'm talking too much now. Anyway, have a good day, stay in school, don't take drugs, and see ya.
Have you clicked on the subscribe button? If not, what are you doing? Go and click on that subscribe button. Go and do it, because that's the way. We like it.